This is ICP2 for CS5560, Knowledge Discovery Management. I am Charlie Scola, and this is the project. So the assignment of this project was to understand these text processing tools and do the following NLP tasks with Python libraries without using Core NLP. So the tasks were make a POS tagger, a name entity recognizer, a coreference resolution, lemmatization, and parsing on a paragraph. So since we are unable to use not open, why did I say open? Since we're unable to use Core NLP, I decided to use NLTK for most of it. We scroll up to the beginning. The first thing you do is you have to install NLTK and make sure you import it. Now, because of my limited experience with NLTK, I do not know what packages to use, and because of the limited time frame I had, I was unable to go through all the packages to determine what is needed and what is not. So, just to make things a bit easier, I just did all. This is not needed though. Like, you can go and identify which packages you need. It just takes up more disk space than it actually is really needed. The first thing you do when you're doing any of these tasks for text is you have to tokenize the text in order to get all the words in a list, an easy read list. So the first task was the part of speech or the POS tagger, which basically is to just read each word and decide what part of the speech the word is. So Z is a noun, Jinping is a proper noun, is a type of verb, and it does it with all the words in that paragraph. Next, and to do that in NLTK is just take the token after you tokenize all the words, you put that into a function called POS underscore tag. Next is the name entity recognizer, which is kind of the next step, and basically it recognizes all the types of nouns and indicates what type of noun it is. So, like if it is a organization or a name, it's important to note that this specific organizer wasn't able to recognize Z and Jinping as proper names, but that could be because they are not common English names. But you see right here it says organization, EPE, all that. So next is the conference resolution. Note though that I was not able to get this working with using just NLTK. NLTK does not have anything that I know in order to do corresponding resolution, coreference resolution. Sorry, coreference resolution is basically, in simple terms, combining together pronouns and their proper nouns. So the sentence "Jim likes cake. He eats cake every day." You want to connect he with Jim because that's what he is referencing. That's what coreference resolution is. Now, I tried using this Nora F package or library that I found that is specifically made for coreferences. However, it does not work with Google Colab. As you can see with the red mark right here, whenever I do it, it crashes the document and forces me to go back to the beginning. As you can see right here, session crashed, automatically restarting. This is how it works in Python, but for Google Colab, it just will not work at all. That could be because Google Colab is not optimized for it, or it's not optimized for Google Colab, or they're using a different running type of Python, or who knows. I was unable to get it with this. I was unable to get it with any of the other types of libraries. So, and due to my lack of time, I'm not able to work on it any longer. I spent 5 hours trying to fix this. Next is lemmatization, which is basically to remove the S endings in words in order to get the base words. You can do this just with in the NLTK library with the word net lemmatizer. Like for instance, right here, as is A, has is ha, and as is A again. Next is parsing, which is basically putting together a characterization tree with all the words in order to identify all the words in the different grammar stuff. So first, with NLTK, first you have to identify the grammar. I did this code, which which is used to separate the nouns into their separate categories. However, this grammar code should be a lot bigger. This is just bare basic. If I had more time, I'd be extending it and more experimenting with it a bit more. But the biggest issue that I have with this code right here using a Google Colab is that I was unable to get the tree output without it outputting an error message because Google Colab does not open up any windows. So all this is stuff in order to analyze text, and what we did today was analyze text and using 5 different NLP tasks. And really, the main one that I failed was co-referencing, just because it requires a lot more functioning library than available to me, since I was unable to use CoreNLP. Thank you.